Hey guys, what's up? I'm Jeremy from Weldtech Designs, and today I want to talk about a problem that all of you RV owners are having or may have in the future, or maybe you're just in the market for an RV and this is something that you're going to want to think about. And as we look behind us, you can see that this is just a normal driveway pulling into, and look at how low this RV is to wanting to hit the ground. And it may not, something that you may not even think about, but this black water, this is how you dump your RV, is just a couple inches off of the ground right here. And the worst thing is if you dump this, well, I'm gonna have to say, things are just gonna get really shitty. That's what's gonna happen if you break that. But as we jump under here too, I want you guys to take a look at this and see just how low that the levelers are from dragging on the ground. And this driveway isn't anything crazy, and as we look, this whole black pipe that's just hanging underneath there is just so close to the ground. And as we jump around to the back of this, look at this, and you're gonna see that the hitch is almost dragging, and I can't even put my finger underneath the slides here. And this driveway is not crazy. So if you have a steep driveway, I mean, I know there's a gas station down the street that is way worse than this, and this would definitely drag the tail end of my RV. And the last thing that you want to happen when you go and buy a brand new RV is to be ripping stuff off the back of it. We want to help you so that you can just go out and enjoy your RV. And today's video is going to show you some of the things that we're doing to improve the height and the ground clearance on these RVs. Now keep in mind, these are a lift kit that we're putting on there. It's not designed to go off-roading. We know you're not going off-roading. The goal is to help you get to your destination, and that's what we're going to talk about today. We're going to go over some of the things that we're doing to help you get your RV out to wherever you want to go and have fun with it. So let's go show you some of the other things on this RV, as well as on an RV that we also have here that we've done the modifications to. That way you guys can see all of the differences between a stock one and one that we've lifted, and get an idea of what you have or what your options are in the RV world. So let's jump right in. All right guys, so now we're jumping under this 2019, this is a 29-foot RV, and this is gonna have our 6-inch lift on it. Now, when we jump underneath here, you'll be able to see just how much clearance you have in here. And what we've also done additionally is still had enough room to even move the jack down, because it has several bolt holes in order to adjust the height of it. Now granted, keep in mind, you can run this up higher if you wanted to, and then still use blocks underneath it, so when you're leveling out your RV, you still have that additional clearance. But as we jump under here, you'll see how much bigger this pad is, how much bigger the whole jack is itself, and you can see that we've scooted it down on here as well. But you can still just see, there's 2 fists, so you're good 10 inches plus of clearance on here, which is gonna be all the difference in the world. This is gonna get you into everywhere you wanna go. And that's one thing. People always say, well, why would you lift your RV? You're not gonna off-road it. Well, we're not lifting it so that you can off-road it. We're lifting it to give you the additional clearance to be able to run larger tires. Like you can see on this, we're running a Toyo 235 85 16 tire on there. Tire's awesome. Little bit bigger tire, that's going to help give you more clearance as well to get out to your favorite camp spot. We're trying to help you get to your destination, give you the best ride possible, the most clearance, because the last thing you want is these things dragging, getting ripped off of your vehicle, or even getting you stuck because they are dragging on the ground and have now taken all the weight off of your back tires, allowing you not to get traction. So it can happen, it does happen. So just want to give you guys a little example of what we're doing underneath of these as far as the additional clearance that you're gaining once our lift kit is put on there. Let's go check out the back of both of these coaches and show you the clearance there that we have now in the back. All right guys, so hopefully you're able to get this. I know you guys are probably getting an awesome glare off this fresh haircut I got. It's looking slick, huh? I know you love it. Too bad you can't see it because Austin got a slick haircut too. He's looking good. But this is huge right here, guys, as we jump behind in this RV. And I had to get a tape measure just to show you the giant amount of difference in the back of this. And you can see that this has been drug a ton in order to, when it's going up into a transition. So we're at 10.5 inches right here, but right here we get even lower and we're jumping down to 9.5 inches. And these are the drag pads in order so that it doesn't hang up. Now here is the thing with this. When this does drag, if your springs do not allow your suspension to drop out, you will lose all traction. And I will say, in my beginning days of RVing, I did that and got my RV stuck in like a little transition because the back was dragging and the tires came completely off the ground. Oh, the good old days. So, very little amount of space that we have on the back part of this coach. But now let's go check out the leveling jacks and see exactly what we have for clearance there. All right, guys, so as we crawl underneath the back of this RV, and it is tight, you're gonna see that right here, I'm about 5.5 inches of ground clearance in the behind this RV. So even less room than in the back. Now granted, this is farther up in the front. We're about 6 feet from the rear of the coach. But still very little amount of room for going over bumps, going into driveways, into crazy transitions, or maybe when you're even off-roading it, getting to your favorite camp spot, there's mounds of dirt, and you know these things will drag, and you can see from the marks on the bottom of them, well you can't see but I can, that these have drug as well. So once we do whether a 4-inch kit or a 6-inch kit in the back of these, we're gonna gain quite a bit of height in here, and you'd think that it's a true 6 inches and everything's a little bit different. But what I want to do now is jump under the next RV right next to us and show you just how much clearance we have under there. All right guys, so now we're back to this kit. This has our 6-inch kit under there, and we are gonna be at 21.5 inches of clearance, where we were at 10.5 on the other side. So we're gaining almost 11 inches of clearance between these two with the height on that we've gone on this. I mean, that's a ton of clearance on the back of this thing. This thing would just have to be doing crazy wheelies in order to get stuck or drag this on the back of there. And then on these little skid pads that were here, we're 19.5. So it's pretty much, you know, the same thing, about an inch or so lower. I know on this one it's going to be about 2 inches difference between them, but still a ton of room on there as far as clearance. Which is going to be great. It's going to get you wherever you want to go. So now let's jump underneath it and see how much clearance we have on the levelers. All right guys, so as we jump underneath the bottom of this, you're going to see just a ton of room. And how much room exactly do we have? But we're dealing with 11.5 inches of clearance. So from one RV to the other, we're looking at about 6.5 inches of clearance, which is a ton, and giving you the ability to get to wherever you want to go. I mean, that is a ton of space underneath there. So it's not that the lift is, like, I want to say this again because people always say, well, why would you lift an RV? That's just craziness. Well, yes, it is on the one hand, but on the second hand, it's like you have this really awesome RV. You want to really not be able to just camp in campgrounds, but even some campgrounds have crazy transitions in them. But you want to be able to get to places where you're not going to have an issue. And with this lift kit on there, you're going to be able to run a slightly larger tire. And this is it. This is what it's all about. It's about giving you the clearance to get to where you want to go, not necessarily off-road your RV. Now, is it going to help down graded roads or, you know, washboard roads? Yes, it's going to help a great bit on there. Is it going to help just with potholes and things of that nature? Yes, it is going to completely drive better. Sometimes even, you know, it tightens up the steering. all of these things, it's going to do a lot better on the road, but where it's really going to make a difference even more so, or more noticeable, is on those off-road graded roads, things of that nature. So a lot of really cool things. I mean, the other thing that's crazy is just how much droop the spring has, so it's going to keep your wheels on the ground more to give you that better traction. So I love hanging out underneath these RVs, giving you guys all this kind of information. Please, if you have more questions about any of these lift kits, or about how to get more tire clearance, how to improve your ride, please comment below. Let us know how we can help you. And please, please, please smash that subscribe button and ring that bell. It's 2020. We have a ton of content for you, a ton of videos coming out every week. So make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you get a notification of all the cool stuff that we're doing. And make sure you guys check out our new podcast, because that's going to be coming to you guys weekly as well. That's it. That's all I got to say. I will see you guys on the next one.